Hello and welcome to Beer for Breakfast ABV. I am Danielle from Marty and Danielle in the Morning on 91X. As always, I have my beer drinking partner in crime with me, Brewmaster Paul Segura from Karl Strauss. And we are continuing the countdown to BeerX, and we're welcoming Jay Jones from WestBrew, who will be pouring at BeerX. What's up, Eddie?
What's happening, my friends? How are you guys today?
Great.
Excellent. Good to see you, man.
It's good to see you guys. I miss you guys.
Miss you too.
This year's been kind of hectic, but I'm so looking forward to this festival. It's probably the biggest festival of 2021. This thing's going to be amazing.
I'm getting a big hug when I see you, I think, and a cold beer.
Yes, cold beer and a hug and then a cold beer.
Maybe at the same time.
Warm hug, cold beer.
Okay, I'll settle for that.
And a nice firm handshake. Because a lot of people don't know that Paul has the firmest handshake in all of San Diego craft beer.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, fun fact.
It's that G.I. Joe Kung Fu grip.
It is.
Well, let's get right into it. And what is this, Jay?
Oh, shoot. This is one of my favorites. This is actually my favorite beer that we make. This is our Mosaic Surfer Pale Ale. This is a 6% pale ale with copious amounts of Southern Hemisphere hops, including Mosaic and Galaxy. We do that. We throw those hops in hot side, medium hot side, cold side. Then we cryo it up. This thing is just a hot bomber for 6%. I love it. It's called Mosaic Surfer, obviously, because we do have a little bit of those Mosaic hops in there. But it's named after, if you're in North County, if you ever been down to Encinitas and you look on the sidewalks, they got those killer mosaics that are like implanted into the sidewalk. So this is kind of a homage to that. When you look at that beautiful can art, it's trying to represent that North County coastal feel of those Mosaic surfers that you'd see when you're walking down, going to like the Regal Seagull or the Leucadian or all those killer bars that are up there.
That is a very handsome logo there.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
It's a sick can.
It is.
I love it.
Yeah.
What do you guys think?
And the liquid is delicious.
Nice and aromatic, huh? Oh, the Southern Hemisphere hops, you cannot go wrong. I tell you that much.
Super fruity.
Yeah.
You know what? I get a lot of dank coming off this too, though.
Oh, yeah. My man Cody, our head brewer, does not skimp out when it comes to the hops. So he's going to throw a ton in there. He's going to throw a ton on the bitter side too. So we still like to always keep our foot firmly planted in that old school style of IPAs. And you'll notice through all of our stuff in our portfolio, it definitely has that kind of throwback and flair to the old school. And by when I say old school, maybe IPAs of San Diego of like 12 years ago. Old school, you know what I'm saying? When beer was invented, back in 2016, I think, right?
If 12 years is old school, what does that make me? Never mind. No, don't answer. Yeah. Never mind.
It makes you aged perfectly. That's what it makes
barely aged.
Yes, barely aged. I like it. Properly pickled.
This beer is very, very aromatic.
That's the thing.
It doesn't drink like 6%, man.
I know. You would think it was bigger, but it's not. And that's the best part about it. It's a 3-beer beer. You know what I mean? You can pound 3 of those things. They're crushable. They're gillable, as you guys like to say. Shout out to Miss Davidson.
Yeah. Cheers to Jill.
And you will be pouring this at BeerX, right?
That is correct. We'll be pouring this along with 2 other beers. We'll be pouring our La Costa IPA, which is our flagship West Coast IPA, and then our Hazy by the Sea, which is our flagship Hazy beer, which we're going to taste here in a second.
Before we get into the Hazy by the Sea, give us a little update on what's been going on with WestBrew. I know you've got the spot up in Vista. You have the spot in Del Mar. I think I read in SD Beer News something about a spot in East Village eventually.
Yes, it's been kind of a hectic year for us. Obviously, with COVID, we've had our challenges, our fair share of challenges, but we have persevered. So, of course, we have our tasting room up in Vista, which is starting to really kind of pick up steam. We're neighbors with our good friends over at 5 Suits, Nick Corona, big shout out to him, and a couple other amazing breweries that are just down the road, Wild Barrel, all those kind of good stuff. So we're really kind of, even though you're going to say that the Hop Highway 78 covers that whole highway, I'm really digging on just our little neck of the woods up there in North County and Vista, because we've got some pretty sick breweries that are within about a stone's throw of us, which makes it rad. And then we also have our restaurant down in Del Mar on 15th Street. Right on the beach there. You can overlook the ocean. That's doing great. We're really super excited because it's opening day of the races coming up. So we're looking forward to a gnarly summer there. and that's going to be insane and intense and awesome. And finally, which is the big thing, we're very, very close to finishing up and opening up our tasting room in East Village, what we like to really call downtown. It's on 7th and Island. It's about 2 blocks from Petco Park, 2 blocks from one of the entrances at Petco Park as well. You guys have probably, if you've ever been to any of the games, you probably walk by it. It's actually in the base of the Sempra Energy building, and we're right there. So good news is we finally got all of our permitting done. Permitting has obviously been a big issue with the city, especially with COVID. It is a historical building, but we got our cement floated, we got our walk-in built, and now we're just starting to build that thing out. So we're hoping to be open by the first part of next month.
Cool.
Yeah,
wow.
That's going to be awesome. Yeah.
Sweet. Just in time for the rest of baseball season down there.
Here's the thing. We didn't want to jinx it, so we wanted to be open for just the playoffs because we know we're going to be there.
Right.
I like that attitude. I like that attitude.
The playoffs start in what, October?
Yes.
September?
October. Yeah, September. And then I think the World Series is in October, right?
Yeah.
According to Reggie Jackson, right? Mr. October. That's how I always remember when the World Series is.
So I think every time I see you on social media, you're drinking WestBrew at Coin Op. You guys must have a pretty big presence there or something.
I love my boys at Coin Op. Love those guys. Love that crew to death. And we have our La Costa IPA on there permanently. Hopefully, all goes well. Big shout out to Adam over there at Coin Up and that whole crew. I love all of those guys. They're all great, and it's just a great place to hang out in North Park. If you've never been, you should. Amazing draft beers, great craft cocktails, vintage video games, plus like the new school games. It's just a good fun time.
It's also really cool seeing WestBrew popping up at more and more restaurants and bars. Like I see your guys' handle and I'm like, yeah, WestBrew.
Hey, Jay's doing his job. I'm trying.
That's what I think every time. I'm like, yes, Jay's selling.
It's still working. Yeah, so no, I've been great. And the really nice thing is obviously it's been the feedback from these our new clients and the new people drinking our beer. That's the best part. That's the thing that stokes me out. As a salesman in this industry, there's one rule that you learn is that, it's the salesman's job to get the beer into that restaurant, but it's really the brewery's job and the brewer's job to get that beer off or to get it pulled or poured is really what it is. So when our beer is that good and our head brewer, Cody Gagnon, is doing such an amazing job, that when people are drinking this, even if they don't even know who I am, if they don't know what WestBrew is, they're just like, let me give that a try. Let me try this Hazy. Let me try this La Costa. Let me try this Pale Ale. The feedback has been, damn, this is amazingly good beer, and they're ordering 2 or 3 of them, and that's all I can ask in this industry, in this world with 160 breweries, and new releases every single week. When people are drinking 2 or 3 of your beers, that's winning.
Well, and I would assume that this Hazy by the Sea is very, very popular. I've tried this beer before, and I'm sipping on it now as we were talking, and it's just a very easy drinking Hazy IPA.
Yeah, this is probably our best seller out in the market. It does incredibly well everywhere. You can find this on draft at a ton of places. And I just love it. It's a Hazy IPA. Obviously, we're San Diego. I think we're becoming even more well known for Hazy IPAs than the Northeast. I think some of our Hazy IPAs are better than some in the Northeast. I know that might be blasphemous for some people who are out in the East right now. Sorry, Doug Palmerville.
He's not around anymore.
He's not around. I know, but I think he still has the internet in New Hampshire, I guess. So hopefully he's watching. Shout out to Doug and Teresa. I love you guys. We miss you so much.
We'll have to fill him in.
Go ahead, Paul. Sorry.
I was going to say we'll have to fill him in that he was his name was slandered on the show.
Of course. I'll let him know right away. He'll know. He has ears everywhere. It's weird.
I like this beer, man. It's got a
so good,
beautiful mouthfeel, just the right amount of residual sugar, but it's got this fluffy, pillowy texture.
Yeah.
Right? And every sip leaves you wanting another one.
Yeah, that's a nice thing. 7%, so it's still not over the top. So you can still have a couple of these and still feel fine, still feel good. It's just
a lot of hop flavor, not a lot of hop bitterness, but a lot of hop flavor.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what you want,
Cody.
What's up?
Said nicely done, Cody.
Way to go, Cody.
Cheers, brother.
It will be really nice that flights will be available at BeerX, because I'm sitting here thinking, I'm like, how will I possibly drink every single beer that WestBrew has to offer at BeerX and still be standing? And luckily the flight option will be there. And all the beers so far that have been brought on Beer for Breakfast that are going to be at BeerX have been absolutely amazing. Like, if you were one of these smart people and got your tickets when they went on sale, you are going to be in for a treat for what we have planned for you at BeerX on August 7th at Belmont Park.
Man, I can't believe how fast you guys sold that stuff out. Oh my goodness gracious, it was insane.
It's family party.
And the lineup of breweries, Latchkey, Ballast, us, Three Punk Ales. Shout out to those guys. Shout out to Kevin. Hope you're feeling better, bro.
Carl Strauss.
Strauss, the Strizzy, my old school. I love those guys. Who else we got? Green Flash.
Green Flash, Stone, AleSmith. It's going to be Coronado.
Nice.
It's going to be a party at Belmont Park. And the hardest thing is going to be deciding what you're going to drink, because all of the beers are going to be absolutely amazing. Mr. Jay Jones from WestBrew, before we leave you, do you have anything else that you would like us or the people out there to know about WestBrew?
I don't really have anything to promote as of right now, except for just keep drinking our beer, keep asking for our beer. If you're out in Vegas, just visiting and hanging out in Las Vegas, because everybody likes to do that every now and then. I think we all do. Ask for WestBrew by name. It's hopefully out there. I'm working on that too. So, we're just trying to keep it moving.
Look at you.
And then besides that, just look forward to our grand opening in our downtown location, 7th and Island. That'll be coming up. We're gonna have a big old blowout. It's gonna be badass when we open up. We'll do it for a game. It's gonna be great.
That is so awesome, Mr. Paul Segura. Anything you'd like to leave with Jay?
I hope to please be invited to the grand opening downtown. I'd love to rub elbows with you and celebrate with you at the opening of that. But I'm thinking, with the bands that are going to be at BeerX and the dank aromas that are going to be going around because some of those bands, it might be hard to pick out some of the dank aroma on this beer with like all of that's going to be going around.
I'm not going to lie to you. I think you'll be okay. I think you're used to it. Or maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm used to it.
It's going to be a good time.
It's going to be fun.
It's going to be a great time.
American reggae at the beach, roller coaster behind you. Honestly, the best 10 breweries in San Diego pouring beer. I don't know. Sunshine.
It doesn't get much better than that.
It does not.
And with that, dude, you just sold BeerX, so I can excuse myself now. But Friday morning, please join us for Beer for Breakfast on the radio on 91X, 91.1 on your FM radio. You can stream us at 91x.com or download the app for free. Paul Segura will be joining Marty and I at 9:05 Pacific Standard Time. We will be drinking WestBrew. And with that, guys, cheers to independently owned craft beer and radio in San Diego.
Cheers.
Cheers. Keep it local, people.